Nick and Carson's story goes back to their early days as undergraduates, North Carolina State University. They met at a fraternity sorority mixer when Carson was but a freshman and Nick a sophomore, but it didn't take long for them to become more than friends. So by the summer of that first year of dating, Carson was back home in Charlotte while Nick was still in Raleigh, and let's just say that it wasn't easy for the two of them. They both knew that they had something special even that early on, and needless to say, there were plenty of trips back and forth between Charlotte and Raleigh that summer. Well, by the time Carson graduated, they found their first apartment, adopted doggo number 1, Ray, and after surviving COVID quarantine together, it was obvious that they were in it for the long haul. So when you come to that sort of realization, there's only one logical next step. So December of 2020, after a day of looking at houses with both dogs in the car, they decided to unwind, went for a walk on the NC State campus, and after relaxing in the port of the Carolinas, Nick got on one knee and proposed, and Carson very obviously said yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will stand there with honor.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Show me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be stuck here on the ground. You're lighting up the way, I can see the road ahead of me. I won't be stumbling in the dark. Your eyes are shining like the stars. I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now. I can't get close enough somehow. And I was down until you saved me, until you set me free. My eyes were closed, now I see clear as day. And I just wanted to say that you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody else. No one will ever take me, no one will ever take me away from you. I promise I will hold on to you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Without you. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high.
We're gathered together today with friends, with family members, to witness and to bless the joining together of Nick and Carson in marriage. In so many ways, the two of them are here today because of many of you. You're the ones who have loved them, supported them, and brought them to this moment in their lives. So it's only fitting that you are the ones to share this once-in-a-lifetime moment with them. And so it is that Nick and Carson present themselves to be married today, surrounded by those whom they love the most. Nick and Carson, I ask you now in the presence of all these who love you to declare your intention to enter into marriage. Carson, will you have Nick to be your husband, to live together in marriage? And will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live, will you?
I will.
Nick, will you have Carson to be your wife, to live together in marriage? And will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live, will you?
I will.
Joining us today are the families of Nick and Carson. In particular, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of their parents. And in addition to those who are present with us in this ceremony, we're mindful of those who are with us in spirit, namely Nick's father, Brian Shanahan. Parents, Nick and Carson grew up within your families and learned their fundamental values from you. You taught them well, and those who know them are pleased with the results. But today they embark on a new venture of independence from you. Over the years they have grown by receiving your encouragement to grow. But today they take a step which will be more complete and hold greater promise if they know that they have your blessing. So do you who represent their families, rejoice in their union, and do you promise to do everything in your power to love and support them in the new union they are creating today? If so, parents, please say, we do. In the process of getting to know Nick and Carson, I've asked the two of them what they love the most about each other. They get to hear some of those answers for the first time today. Don't be nervous, they're all good. Nick Carson said, Nick has always been so supportive and patient with me. He is the first person to crack a joke in an awkward situation and never fails to make me cry from laughing so hard. He has been the best dog dad to our fur babies, and it makes me look forward to raising a family together. I love having someone to watch endless hours of TV shows and movies with, even though he brutally critiques all of them, she said. He's the person I want to spend each and every day with and continue to build our lives together. She said, as my mom always says, there's a special place in heaven for Nick for being a truly great human being and putting up with me when I have my mom. We all need such a person in our lives. Carson Nick said, when I first met Carson, I knew something was different about her. She was a combination of warmth, humor, wit, and confidence that immediately drew me to her. We've been together for over 6 years, and she never fails to make me laugh and to feel loved. We can talk for hours and hours and never run out of things to say. As COVID brought the world to a halt, I knew I had nothing to worry about because I had everything I'd ever need right there in that 2-bedroom apartment. He said her drive and ambition are a constant source of inspiration, and I have no doubt in my mind that she will be a great role model for our future children. She is the love of my life, he said, and I can't wait to continue to experience everything this world has to offer with her at my side. Now, Nick and Carson, as you stand there facing one another, holding the hands of your forever person, I invite you to share your vows of marriage with each other as we all bear witness to your commitment to each other and to this marriage. Nick, please repeat after me. I, Nick, take you, Carson.
I, Nick, take you, Carson.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Until death do us part.
Till death do us part.
This is my promise to you.
This is my promise to you.
Carson, please repeat after me. I, Carson, take you, Nick.
I, Carson, take you, Nick.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
Until death do us part.
Until death do us part.
This is my promise to you.
This is my promise to you.
May I have the rings, please? Rings are an outward and tangible symbol of an inward and spiritual commitment, made of precious materials that withstand the test of time, as does the union we create today. Nick, please take Carson's ring, place it on the ring finger of her left hand, and repeat after me. Carson, I give you this ring
Carson, I give you this ring
as a sign of my vow,
as a sign of my vow.
and with all that I am
And with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Carson, please take Nick's ring, place it on the ring finger of his left hand, repeat after me. Nick, I give you this ring
Nick, I give you this ring
as a sign of my vow,
as a sign of my vow,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Carson and Nick, as you continue to join hands, please receive these words of blessing upon your marriage. Nick and Carson, together you share the joy of a deep commitment and a sacred trust. You have given each other the most precious gift of love. Treasure it, nurture it, and encourage it with all the honesty that you used in creating it. You're sharing something rare and beautiful. Always speak the truth and listen attentively. Inspire each other by sharing your accomplishments. Say, I love you often to retain the warmth between you. Seek out opportunities to be kind and good to each other. Remember to laugh a lot, even when you're angry. Remember that you are each other's best friend. Stand together and for each other always. Make each day a blessing and a fulfillment of your dreams. Now, Nick and Carson, I invite you to please turn and face your friends and families. Now that Carson and Nick have given themselves to each other by solemn vows, with the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of rings, I announce to you that they are husband and wife. Nick, you've been waiting for this. You may now kiss your bride. And now, friends and family, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you for the first time as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Nick and Carson Shanahan.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. Like you already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive. We come alive. Oh, 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 we come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive.